Hi, this is Kelly Pitcher. I'm in Professor Hensey's class, and today I'm going to be talking to you about professional dispositions. So after observing and looking at the survey and looking at all the information on professional dispositions for educators, I strongly agreed with everything on that survey, all the different aspects. And out of those, I picked 4 that I think I'm really strong in. Those would include high expectations, so setting high expectations for my students and also for myself. Reflection, so being able to reflect on not only my lesson planning, but also discipline aspects and understanding really why students act the way they do in certain situations and connecting the dots that way so that we can better help our students with social emotional issues. I also thought I am very good at teaching students how to be curious. So with curiosity, I was a science teacher for the past 4 years, and I always did inquiry-based learning and different engagement activities that would just pique student interest and engagement right off the bat, whether it was the beginning of a unit or beginning of a mini lesson or something like that. I think really curiosity leads to authentic learning and problem solving with higher order thinking. And the last disposition that I think I'm very strong in is honesty. So letting the students know, one, that I care about them and that I genuinely want whatever is best for them. And 2, to really carry through with discipline and with promises that I make to them. So making sure that I do what I say and I mean what I say. And again, making sure that the students know that I really do genuinely care about them and that when I tell them something, I'm going to do it. So the second question is, what dispositions do you need to work on to grow as an educator? The first one that I think that I really need to work on to grow is dedication. I was involved in NEA and Kappa Delta Pi in college, and that was 6 years ago for my undergrad. And now I'm not involved in anything. I really think that I need to be more involved with my educational cohorts, and not only on a state basis, but also on a national basis. And I definitely need to get back into that, and I plan to. The next way that I think that I could grow is with professional conduct versus compassion and advocacy. So I've always struggled with finding the right balance for building relationships with my students. So that would be showing compassion and advocacy versus professional conduct. So I think that it's a very difficult balance, because when you're building relationships with students, you don't want it to ever cross the line where they just think of you as a friend instead of their teacher or instead of the professional. So I definitely need to work on finding that balance, and I'm a 5th year teacher right now, so I think that I'll eventually be better at that, and I think I have gotten better at that every single year, and I hope to achieve that here in the next couple years of finding the right balance for professional and building relationships with my students in a positive way. The last question is, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? So ideally, a professional educator would show all of these traits. They would show high expectations, respect for others, with diversity, curiosity, honesty, compassion, advocacy, dedication, fairness, professional conduct, and reflection. Ideally, they would show all of those to be a professional educator, but obviously we are better at some than others. And I hope to grow in those areas that I stated earlier, for which I don't think I'm as strong as. Okay. Also for standards, what standards guide their thinking and actions? My state, Illinois, has professional teaching standards. So I would align those with what I would think a good professional educator should have. Also, whenever I think about what I would want for my children for an educator, I would want them to have those characters. I would want them to be honest. I would want them to be fair. I would want them to be able to care and advocate for my child whenever I'm not around during the school day. For them to just be that person that my child feels comfortable coming to. And I want to be that teacher for those parents. So I think that is it. Thank you so much for listening, and bye.